Y'all check out Banked Out Radio Show, man. They everywhere. Appreciate them having me on their platform. Y'all make sure y'all share this interview. Y'all add some love, add a like, comment, and y'all make sure y'all check this man's profile and podcast out, man. Subscribe to him. Spotify, everywhere.
For the green, all we know is grind to the dough come. This debate that radio show, we controlling the globe and we second to no one. Every time we emerge, we putting that work in. Bank that do it for the culture, putting on for the city that's 24/7. And we showing love like we supposed to, and we keep making moves by coastal. Metal suckers didn't believe, but I told you. Bank that about to be your household name, and bank that mean we about more change. You don't even know just how I really get. You're rocking with the best, so tune in when you better be. Plus we getting fancy like Nancy on every single day of the week, and chopping game like a Cherokee, balling like Odell, trying to step more meal. Networking every way is about to be a movie. Gotta go big, it's the only way to do it. It's a conglomerate, we getting to it. Plus we got heat for the streets while you puffing on the cook shop leaf. Riding out on the interstate, we got indies and majors. We international players, all about getting paid. Make sure to tune in and tap in with the movement, cause it's about to go down. Shout out Discover, this captain of the mothership. If you ain't know, then you know now. We about to get bang down. Banked Out Radio Show. Slum Child
I can't stand you sometimes.
Tuned in for another episode of Banked Out Radio Show. I am your host Andreas, and I have a special guest to my right, to y'all's left. We have Chuck Gibbs, who is an artist and also an entrepreneur in regards of clothing line as well. So, Chuck, let's get into it.
Absolutely.
I was reading part of your bio, and from the New York area. Did it say Queens?
Queens, New York. Yep.
Okay.
Laurelton neighborhood, Springfield, near Jamaica.
Okay,
Yep.
That's what's up. I visited New York a couple years ago with my wife or whatever.
Yeah.
Now, the thing I have to say about New York is that I don't like all the trash everywhere.
It's pretty nasty, man. And,
Yeah.
You know, rats the size of dogs or cats. Or because the trash is everywhere.
Yeah. But I get it. There was a lot of people, whatever. But you know, y'all like stacked up on top of each other. I went to Central Park, all that stuff. So it was a good experience for me. I wouldn't live up there because I don't like the cold.
Yeah.
But you know, I get it. But what brought you to Georgia?
Brought me to Georgia, man. Like my grandparents honestly moved out here first.
Okay.
My mom was up there with my dad when everything was all good. When my parents was together. You know, we was in Troy actually after leaving Queens.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So we went upstate, and that's near Albany, like Albany, the capital, and Buffalo actually up there too. And,
Yeah.
You know, so you know, we was out there for a minute, but it was kind of harsher. You know, colder winters. Like in the house we was in, the apartment we was in actually was, you know, it was kind of like, you know, the housing situation wasn't. Couldn't really get a house because, you know, they wasn't really educated about how important credit was too. You know, so we was kind of roughing it out, you know what I'm saying? And then it was like mountain lion warnings and sirens and all that up there. You got to worry about wolverines, some crazy stuff, you know what I'm saying? So she was like, you know what? I'm going to go back and live with my mom.
Yeah.
Or, you know, she wanted to be around her mother. And I was like, you know, grandparents was cool, but you know, my dad and my mom was having it hard up there, so they was like, you know, let's just be around a support system, because there wasn't that many people up there that they knew. My dad's side was up in Cambria Heights. That was out in New York too, near Queens area. But yeah, man. So that's what really brought me. My parents, like, you know, I didn't have a choice, you know, kind of going.
So how long you been down here?
I've been down here like over 11. Like, no, it's been about like 15 years because I'm 30 now, so it was like half and half.
Like, you know what I'm saying, the accent and all that, it stayed with you.
Yeah, man. Still got the work ethic, you know.
Yeah, you know, no, I get it. You know what I'm saying, coming from metropolitan areas or whatever, a lot of people, you know what I'm saying, when they grow up in smaller towns and places where they don't understand. I came from Nashville, Tennessee.
Oh, man, I want to visit that. I never did.
Yeah, oh, it's dope. And like, you know, it's bigger. My first place from Nashville living was Fort Valley because I went to school there.
Oh, okay.
So it was a culture shock for me.
Absolutely, really.
Yeah.
The climate,
Oh, man. I don't know if you ever been to Fort Valley, but it's like, you know.
I visit,
Okay,
skip through it. Skip through it.
Yeah,
you know?
So when you're actually there, I'm in slow pace.
Oh, yeah.
Ain't nothing.
It's kind of like Perry with my mom. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people I know stay out there too. And
Yeah,
my mom's
it's like that.
visited and was out there.
I'm like, I only a few lights, you know what I'm saying, for downtown out there or whatever, probably about 5 to 6, something like that. It ain't that huge. What 12,000 people, something like that, spread throughout the city.
I hear Nashville got a lot, like, y'all get a lot of music though. But a lot of music be going on, like, out in the scene, because...
well, okay, here's the thing. So Nashville is the third place to go when you want to do songwriting. You got New York, LA, Nashville.
Word.
There's so many publishers up there. You could pull up a directory and just see publisher after publisher after publisher. The like Bobby Jones Gospel was actually shot in Nashville when it was on BET. And a few other stuff, and like it's not just country. It's only like 2 blocks of downtown, maybe that's like countrified or whatever. The rest of it is just regular metropolitan city, like everything else. And then you got diverse music out there as well. You got like a lot of rock, you got a lot of rap, of course country. You got a lot of different outlets and stuff. And like you got music labels that are
R.P. Dolph, man, for real. Like,
it's Memphis, but
Memphis, but Tennessee,
in general though, and a lot of support and stuff too. So let's get into it. When did you know you wanted to be an artist?
Well, it really clicked for me, man, when I seen like I was watching videos and music videos like with my cousins too with the music, and I would see how artists would perform and just like the energy they'd give out, so that was back when I was young too. And my uncle too was a Slink, shouts to him, you know what I'm saying, he was really writing a lot. He had a lot of books, and the attic that he lived in the attic part of the household, so he was up there, right? And he was like my uncle, like I said, so I used to see his books and stuff and be looking and like, yo, that's crazy. And 50 Cent really came up back in the day, so I was hearing a lot of mixtapes. It was a lot of mixtapes.
It went platinum off mixtapes.
Yeah, man. So I was running through a lot of mixtapes that I would get from him, my uncle and them, and then my pops and them was listening to different music, like with the books, with the CDs and the CD booklets and the sleeves. So going through that, having a CD player, like I was really dabbling in the skating a little bit, but then I almost snapped my ankle. I stopped, put it down. Wish I would have kept going because it's just trade itself. But I was listening to that while I was doing that, and when they would dip out, because a lot of times they didn't want me listening to that music because it was real explicit. So I would on the cuff go listen to that. Nobody's around. You see what I'm saying? So and I started writing like when I really got serious. It was like when everything started like deterring a little bit. We was moving around a lot. A lot on my mind, a lot of pressure, I
was going through your discography, and I noticed that you got multiple releases, which is great.
Appreciate that,
because a lot of people don't put out this much music. So from 2020 to 2021, which is lots of different singles and stuff, artwork that match, which is fantastic. There's a lot of stuff that people don't. Artists don't necessarily sometimes take themselves as serious as they should. Just dealing with I've been doing stuff with music since 2005. Founded my first company back in 2005. Right a year before I graduated college, and I've been on the road since.
Nice, congratulations! You're doing great too, man.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. It's a lot of work though. You know what I'm saying? People don't realize, it just keep getting more work. But I do like the fact that you did singles and stuff, but then you put out a body of work, an album. Stay active. I was listening to some of it. So like, bring us up to speed, and like who would you say that some of your influences as far as like the style that you took and the approach that you take?
Man, I listen to a lot of like, I ain't gonna lie, Spitter, man, Currency, you know what I'm saying, because it's like,
I get.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying, because a lot of the times when I was going through those troubled times too, my pops was listening to a lot of like old school like 8 Ball or like Redman and Nas, 50. So you know what I'm saying, coming from that and listening to the lyrical substance, I was like, man, a lot of this rap is like cloudy. In high school, like I heard this one song that really got me onto him was like I Don't Fucks With Him. And it's by Currency, Wiz, and Nipsey, rest in peace.
Okay.
And I heard that back in like my homeboy, I believe Cletus, Shouts to Cletus too, because he used to put me on a lot of music back in high school. You know what I'm saying? 2009 and 10. Yeah, and that was a big wave for the music. That was a big spurt for the music, underground music too, because you know, Kid Cudi and all them dropped around then. So I heard that song, man, and I heard the flow, and it was like Dash Digital, Situation Critical. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, so how you punching the words together and how they sound and how it rolls off, man. I like how he does this. You know, the positive vibes I'm getting from him, like keep going. Don't let nothing in your mind, or don't let no stuff around you, bad juju, take you down, you know. So like him, then after listening to him, Wiz, you know, listen to a lot of Action Bronson when I got like, you know, like 19 to 21, like, you know, like 19 to 25, you know what I'm saying? And Larry June came after that, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, man, that was really like, my real influences is like those like 5, I'd say. Nas as well, put him in there too.
Yeah, I can hear that.
Because
with delivering the songs and stuff that you've been creating. So what is one of the best received tracks on your Stay Alive project?
The best received, like the best, like, you know, like
the
feedback,
people,
like
really,
people love it. I'd say either Cloudy or Organic Bud.
Okay, let's go with Organic Bud.
Yeah,
let's play a little snippet for y'all and everything, so y'all can check it out, and it'll also be, the links and stuff will be posted in the video.
CG, this been all me. Build up on the new edition. In the kitchen, steady structure up. Another recipe, stayed in the trenches for a minute. More experience, more expanded network results from the time that I put in. Beat a bust down. High Times magazine, that's just for culture. Clean my road bike with it out.
So yeah, y'all just heard Organic Bud. So y'all make sure y'all stream all this music that's being played and support the artists that I bring onto the platform, because they need it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with supporting independent artists. That's what I call y'all. I don't call y'all local.
Thank you, man.
I think it's a derogatory term to call y'all local.
Yeah, right. Indie, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, indie or whatever, because if you're in Warner Robins and you stream and making, you're no longer local to that city.
Right, especially if you're like in Atlanta.
Exactly, wherever, you know what I'm saying, anywhere. And I'm like, y'all stuff goes, it gets put on the internet and it goes everywhere. So let's get into, you know, your music and you pushing it. Has it been received like you wanted it to be received?
It's climbing, because I'm not gonna lie to you, man. Like just the other day, like last night, like I counted the, you know what I'm saying, the streams, because the analytics on there and the insights would stay active. It's like over 10,000. You know what I'm saying? Like 10,000 streams is pretty impressive to me. But like I know it's a lot.
Well, one, let me go ahead and just big you up, right? When I looked at your profile, you got 122 as of right now monthly listeners. You got a fan base.
Yeah, man.
And I can go to other people's stuff and they won't even have that many. The only thing I think you got to do on your Spotify page is just claim it as an artist. You get blue check.
Yeah.
And that's a simple thing. I'll show you how to do that. It's easy. It's just filling out a piece of paper online. But yeah, because I go to I get a lot of music, and I go to the profile pages and stuff, and they'll be there like 7, 5, 4. And I'm like, why aren't you actively promoting this or whatever to where, you know, it gets in there? Now, of course, you know, some people, they get their stuff added to playlists, and depending on what their promo campaign or whatever, it'll jump up like into the thousands, or then like 2 months later you see it and it drops back down.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They stop, you know what I'm saying, pushing it or whatever.
Like that quick spurt. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And they're not looking at, you know, the long term. You strike me as a type of artist that not only you understand your art form, but you also understand the business side as well, and that you would be able to maneuver in both worlds. How has that been for you?
It's been actually it's very different, because I'm not going to lie to you. I got a mentor. I got several mentors.
Okay.
You know,
which is
to
fantastic.
To get serious with this business, you know what I'm saying, this business aspect of it. Shouts to Joseph Griffin, the tax deed wolf. He was like one of the first mentors I looked at, and I graduated high school with this guy, man, 13 years ago, man. So I trust him. I put my all into it, invested time into it. A lot of things he told me I haven't took the time to apply it yet, but it's just because it's like a lot of to balance, man. And
it is.
You just gotta know how to manage your time and just get motivated and keep growing and spreading your roots, man, because like, you can feel like you're burning out, but you just also got to make sure, your mental health is good and your physical, because you want to make sure your physical health is good, because a lot of the times you're going to feel like you're underwhelmed or you're overwhelmed and, you're so always sleepy and stuff like that. But then it's just like vitamin deficiency or something, it's just like staying healthy. A lot of times I promote that, try to talk about it. CMOS, something I'm on now.
Which is fantastic.
It's very good for you. And I noticed too, like, all right, if I could get energy from natural aliments, or AILMENT, that's what I forgot how to say it, but just get it off of the earth and stuff like that, and I'll be able to go to sleep a certain amount of time, and I gotta stay up through the night because there's too much I gotta handle, and like I said, man, it's just a matter of balance.
Yeah.
And my mentor, he taught me how to, really talk to people, bring the influence out. I got this other mentor. His name was Malcolm McLeod. That was actually Joseph's mentor.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Jackie Garcia, she's a mentor of mine as well.
Yeah.
And man, really, you got to get out there and put your face out there, because even right now, man, I feel kind of bad because I haven't been going to these events like they've been wanting me to, but it's just because I've been like in a laboratory, man, trying to create.
No, I get it.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta give everything its due time.
Yeah, man.
So while you're in the creative mode, stay in the creative mode so you can go ahead and get that handled. So then when you transition that into the promo mode or recording mode or whatever, you'll be able to handle it. And then, because it all, it all goes in a circle or whatever. You got to create to be able to record, to promote, and then right back again.
And then I'm my own manager, you know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. I manage myself in my own business. I got a credit repair business too, like I manage,
That's what's up.
That's what they helped mentor me to be like, yo, listen, man, bring some value to the marketplace with yourself. Have different ways you'll be valuable.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, all right, you're helping people through music. That's great. What's another way you can help people? Because they're going to look at it now like, okay, I trust this guy because he's already helping me through music. And, he's not going to scam me or nothing like that. He's really giving me some game, and he's just wanting to help people. It's not about, getting you signed up and all of that. It's just about you, like, remaining coachable, man. That's the main thing. Yeah. So,
So when did you start the clothing line in the credit repair business?
So I started really getting my my merch, like my merch, clothing, all that done like back in like 2016, 15. I started with these keychains, you know what I'm saying? Started with the keychains, and then after a while, man, it took a while to get to the hoodies. You know what I'm saying? It took a while to get to the hoodies. Like that was just last year, and 2 years ago was when I started my credit repair business. So like I learned about the business aspect. It was like, okay, I'm gonna apply myself some merch which I could funnel. And Creative Geniuses, my own record label, and Creative Geniuses also, financial, consultation company, to where we gonna help you get your credit increase and teach you about some value, to get yourself, like, everybody wants to have a pillow, a nest egg. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people ain't educated on credit. It's not taught to us in schools.
No, it's not.
So, man, like I learned the business aspect of this stuff, the credit and all that, and applying it to myself. Now I know how to juggle. Like, now I have 3 credit cards. Before I didn't. My credit's only 3 years old. It's not like, a lot of my buddies got 7-year-old credits because their parents set them up. Yeah. I wasn't able to, my parents wasn't really educated on that.
That's what I'm doing with my kids right now.
You see what I'm saying?
My son, I just opened up, he's 16, just opened up his checking account, and then I'm about to put him on my credit card.
Absolutely.
And then my wife's about to put him on hers as well.
Absolutely.
So by the time he graduates college, I'm like, he'll be able to sign up for a car and all that stuff.
Oh man, he's gonna be super.
700 plus 800, whatever.
And these cats out here living off credit. I didn't even think it was that serious, man.
Like, you actually live off of credit. It's a lot. It goes into it.
Yeah.
So how was that received? Like, starting to close the line and doing the credit repair, being able to, like, build up your base. Were people like a little hesitant at first, or?
Yeah, people were a little hesitant because they was like, all right, well, what you got really going on? Like, everybody's trying to fix people's credit nowadays. I'm like, yeah, all right, that's fine. I got a mentor for real though. My mentor was like, unfortunately, he was on CNN. You know, there's a whole episode. He was interviewed and everything. Man, they try to characterize him as the suspect of a burglary or something. He matched the description or something like that. He was on the news, unfortunately, in Orlando. So while he started mentoring me at that same time, that happened with him, but it took off for him to where even the police was like, yo, could you mentor us how to be more, you know, being able to speak to people, and could you also manage us and mentor us on the importance of credit as well? You know, so that was a funnel for him. You know what I'm saying? He does tax deed investing. That was his main thing to know. He knows that and tax deed investing, gain multiple valuables. You know, so like people was, you know, like, hey, what you got going on, this and that. And I'm like, all right, listen, because I'm sending messages. I'm like, hey, listen, I'm starting a business now. You know, I already got my such and such. And while that was going on, I was able to gain my LLC, and I got my own record label. So, you know, like, you know, all my masters and all that, that's all me.
Exactly.
And I'm trying to tell these people, listen, what would I gain from teaching, like, not recommending you something that I don't do myself?
Yeah.
Why would I'm trying to help people. I'm not trying to be on no scamming stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, you know, back in the day, all right, cool, younger minded. Not saying that's what I was on, but you see what I'm saying? I got older. I'm like, dude, I need all the good karma I can get coming back to me. You know what I'm saying? Help as many people as I can.
Yeah, and then, you know, the younger you can help somebody and put them in a position to win, the better their life will be anyway.
Yeah.
Just think like, you know what I'm saying? You said,
absolutely.
In your 20s or whatever, if you would have known or had the foresight or, you know what I'm saying, the aptitude to, you know, be able to concentrate in your 20s like you can in your 30s or whatever, or had that wisdom, then it would have been a whole different thing. Because, you know, there's like young kids out here, multimillionaires and millionaires and stuff like that, because they're already zoomed in and locked in. And it allows you know, to set your life up to how you want to. What's been like, you know what I'm saying, some of the biggest hurdles you've overcame or obstacles that you've been able to, you know?
Man, it was a couple of them, man. Like, all right, back in the day, you know, and shouts to them. We had you know, neutral terms and good terms now, but, you know, I used to be a part of like this duo group, rap group, you know, my homeboy Ace or whatever. And it was kind of brought about when, you know, my uncle and me and him, you know, they wanted me to rap with this kid and stuff like that. It was almost about to be a deal with Warner Brothers. I'm not gonna lie to you. It was like $250,000 on the table. And, you know, it's just, you know, a matter of discipline. You know, we both probably ain't take it serious, but, you know, I was investing a lot of time in it. But, you know what I'm saying, other people learn. You know, I figured, you know, they probably thought that the deal already went through without us even hitting it. Like, oh snap, this is what we got going on, and going out partying and stuff like that. We ain't even got the you know, legitimate straight. You know what I'm saying? We got to do stuff, and I need half and half. I need a mutual exchange. That wasn't happening. You know, so unfortunately, it didn't go through like that. But that could have been some crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, because they was actually listening to us. We was throwing songs on Reverb Nation, just throwing it up, not even mixing it. I'm mixing it like on Audacity or something, you know? So it was like starting like that, and that was like a big hurdle for me because, you know, differences wound up splitting. You know what I'm saying?
And that's how it is sometimes, though, you know? And sometimes, you know, we're not ready for the opportunities at the time that they come. But it doesn't mean that new ones won't come in the future, though. I think people have this misconception of like you only get like this one golden ticket or whatever, and I don't look at life that way. I look at it, you create your own golden tickets along the way. And it's more than just one of them. So being in the position that you are with, you know, being your own label boss, being your own manager, having multiple businesses, like, how do you pick and choose what you're gonna, like, you know, how do you balance? Is it what's happening at the time, or?
It's all about having it written down. Write it down. Because we can't remember everything, bro. Like, that's a lot of time why people got, you know, managers and stuff. Like, I ain't gonna lie, I listen to a lot of motivation, Les Brown, Jim Rohn, you know what I'm saying? You know, my mentor, I look at it too, because he be inspiring me with the stuff he doing. Like, he making like almost 6 figures a month with real estate investments now. And it was like, he retired at 29, you know? So, like, what I do is I make sure I got this little window to where I like, all right, I listen to something motivational. You know, write it down in like this notepad if I got on my phone, or I write it down on these vision boards I got. You know, I tell my girl a lot of the times, listen, I apologize, but you know, let's try to incorporate it to where, you know, we like swirling with, you know, business things we doing while we getting pleasure from it. You know, it's kind of hard because, you know, she's a general manager. She works a lot. So she's like, you know, I don't want to like, I want to help you, but I'm real tired. I understand that. I respect it because, you know, I ride a 10 speed to work sometimes, you know, every day, you know.
That's
so,
what's up.
you know what I mean?
You out here really getting it.
Out here really getting it. So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really trying to, like, really pitting out, you know, trying to put out some good energy, man. But, you know, a lot of the times I got this window to where I got to listen to that first while I'm, like, getting, you know, unsettled or coming back home or whatever. And, you know, try to clean up too, trying to keep the personal development at a high, because that helps my time management. You know what I'm saying? Being able to focus on what I need to focus on, not majoring in the minor things. When you realize like you're using major time in these minor things, like, you know, you may just be doing something that, okay, this could be done later. You know what I'm saying? What can I do now that's important? Because the time I only got daylight and I got to do stuff before the daylight ends. So it's writing it down, dry erase board. You know what I'm saying? Like a Google Calendar, but still I'll be feeling like I get a little crunch for time because I'm like, ooh wee, you know, especially when the traveling really starting kicking off, because, you know, I just been making sure, you know, my home body's straight, you know what I'm saying? And my personal, you know, mental is good, because it's crazy out here. A lot of the times it's crazy, but I just want to make sure too, like, I got this like album cover done. I got this on the back end for this music. The credit repair, these clients hitting me up. I try to tell them, yo, 24 hours, give me that time, that amount of time to respond to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, which is acceptable.
You know, please understand. Right. You know what I'm saying? Try to have an automated response. If it's somebody that wants to get merch on my Facebook page, a lot of times people hit the personal line, though. Facebook personal line for the merch and be like, yo, what's happening? Like, right now, you know, I'm just sending it out. Like, yo, listen, just wear this for me. You know, wear this for me. Before.
So what are you pushing now with the merch then? Like what's
like hoodies? Like I got some Champion sponsored hoodies. Yeah, it's Champion. You know, they approved me having my logo on their stuff, and it was like, all right, because before it was gonna be a cartoon and it had a little, you know, in the hands, and it was like, nah, we ain't gonna promote no usage of that. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna give you just a broad CG, and I got a trademark on it. You know
That's what's up. I'm glad you said that too.
Absolutely.
Because you know you need to protect your intellectual property, and I don't think some people, like, you know what I'm saying, take it as serious as they should.
Right.
Because I'm like, when you create your own destiny. You can take it as far as you want it to take it. You can take it to $1 million business, a multi-million, a billion, whatever.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever your desires are.
It's like, you know, you got to be having different avenues, like being the little jack of all trades, you know what I'm saying, at the same time, because you don't want to burn out on one path, you know. You want to have different multiple streams of income.
No, I definitely get that. Well, actually, statistically, it's been proven. I watched a video of a financial company, WealthWave, and it's already been proven that today's workforce, the new workforce, you have to have multiple streams of income to survive, just because as the baby boomers do finally retire, when they do, that amount of money is not going to be paid to new entry people, but the price of living is still going up. So in order to survive, you got to have multiple streams of income.
Absolutely.
You can't just survive off of one. So try to survive off one is to leave your hands and your destiny and your livelihood into whomever signs that check, which, you know.
People don't get it, man. I try to, you know, push it a lot of the times with the generation like after me too. But, you know, I know everybody wants to do what they want a lot of times. A lot of people don't want to be told what to do, and that's why I'm like, you know, it's really an ego killer when you remain coachable, because you're gonna be told some stuff about yourself you ain't want to hear, and you're doing it wrong, and you shouldn't do it like that, and okay, cool. You know, it's about self-esteem too. You got to build that, you know what I'm saying? Like, just don't be trying to feed off the energy of somebody else, man. You got to be able to spread your own energy too, man, because, like, listen, you know, karma is real, and especially if you ain't setting yourself up, like, you're destined to fail if you don't have a plan.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
You
if you're not
definitely got
planning,
to. I believe in it.
it.
So how has it been for you as a creative to collaborate with people in the area?
Oh man, it's excellent, man. Like I'm just breaking out my shell, honestly. Me and Danny Boone, man, we've been working. You know, I've been sometimes going to the studio, like you know, probably be like every other week, or you know, we'll work in a boombox studio, get some stuff done. A whole mixtape we got done together, or
That's
EP. You know, so that's on the back end. And yeah, man, I'm just branching out too to see some other cats. Like also, you know, there was going to be a lot of. There was going to be a potential big feature back in the day. That's another reason, like another hurdle that I had to get over, because it wound up being like somebody wound up scamming somebody. A lot of money got, you know, so he lost a lot of money.
Yeah.
Involved with it. I ain't going, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so, you know, so you got to watch out for who's hitting you up, and you got to verify a lot of information, because you know the music industry doesn't have like a directory or a blueprint.
Right.
I think it's done like that on purpose.
Dude, these folks then drew up the watermark and everything for the, you know, for the big label, and I'm thinking it's something for the they done got the feds had to be.
You would think that, you know what I'm saying, if someone's going to scam at that particular level to where they make stuff look authentic, you might as well just build it up. Because of the amount of, because scamming is about getting the payout with a little effort. Not putting in a whole lot of effort to convince people to get, you know what I'm saying, but you know, again, people use their talents, you know, the ways that they shouldn't, or whatever. They can actually just, you know, go longevity, man. Yeah, exactly, and that's what it's about. What you got to come up with the next scam and blah blah blah, and then you know, once enough people hear about it, you got. But anyway, you go right out. Yeah, exactly. You're right out. You have to like just keep them coming. And then, like you said, with karma, I believe in, like, you know, what you put out there is you know, in preparation of what you're doing, put you in a position to win or whatever. So if you're not putting stuff out there to put you in a position to win, you're just gonna keep losing, like you said. So what do you want to accomplish, like, you know what I'm saying, this year? Or do you? Man, like, we got some videos coming. I'm gonna be shooting this video, man, to the song Faded off of Stay Active. Okay. June 16th. Me and my boy Brooklyn, who shot the first one, we gonna do it. It's gonna be on some real like peace vibes and real like, you know, scenic, you know, sort of like LSD from A$AP Rocky, but not on that certain visual, not that deep on the visual, but you know, on some like, you know, I'm singing it and stuff and waterfalls and all that. But yeah, man, I'm gonna be dropping Baggage Claim soon. That's the next collective. Next music collective. It's probably going to be about 10 songs long as well. You know, the next one after that is going to be Consistency. Those are both done. I'm just waiting because, you know, I want to market it right, man. I want to get these videos done. Exactly. That's what I love about that. You, like you said, you got a plan and you know what you want to do. I've been aching though, man, because I feel like I haven't been feeding the people. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, you know, that's what like little singles and throwaways are for. You know what I'm saying? So. And I'm gonna do a mixtape too, man, for beats everybody heard. I'm gonna throw it on SoundCloud because, you know, like, I don't know how that goes, how people put DSPs for remixes, but I'm gonna just throw it on, so I don't want no, you know, problems from the legal side of it. Exactly. It'll be beats that everybody know. That's what's up. Well, let everybody know, how can they get access to your music and stuff like that if they want to go buy merch and if they need credit repair? Yes, sir. If you need credit repair, y'all just hit me up on my music page as well. That's the business page as well. David Gibbons is, you know, my personal, so you can reach me through there if you want to learn some financial literacy. We also got Constellation, that's going to be 24/7. You know, if I'm not hitting to you, somebody that I know of will be hitting to you. And merch, hit me personally as well through that or through the Facebook music page. I take care of everything. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, we just gonna keep it pushing. Spotify, Tidal, Apple Music, SoundCloud, Facebook, Deezer, you know. If you want to hit me up on, you know what I'm saying, TikTok, I got videos and stuff on there as well. Yeah, everywhere, man. You think of, you can hear my music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really like on a limit to where, you know, it's at. We gonna do no limits. You know what I'm saying? No limits. That's under the Chuck Gibbs moniker. Say that again? Your music and stuff. Yeah. Oh yeah, Chuck Gibbs. Yeah, it's under the moniker of Chuck Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? You might see a couple other people, but you know, we verified on Spotify. We trying to get that check on Instagram. Instagram, hit me up. Stuck One Night Chuck. That's my Instagram. So I definitely got some content on there for you.
And if you also do logos and like animations, please hit me up because I'm looking for an animator to one of my music videos. I have a music video. It's gonna be like me as a cartoon, like on some fighting,
That's what's up. That's
couple
what's
bad
up.
guys
That's
through
what's up.
mountains and stuff.
So y'all heard him. Hit up Chuck Gibbs and support and like reach out to him via all the information and of course it's gonna be in the video too. It's right there on the video, so y'all be able to reach out. But man, I appreciate it.
Absolutely, thank you, man.
Oh yeah, that's what it's all about. And then, everybody out there, also go download the app if you have not downloaded the Banged Out Radio Show app. It's on Apple Store, Google Play Store, Banged Out Radio Show. Download the app. I'm trying to hit to 2,000. I'm up to like 1050 or something like that. So yeah.
Oh, you gonna get it?
Oh yeah, it's just a matter of time.
Yeah.
But I gotta keep plugging away.
Got a network with what pros use. Qualities teach self. Hit the chain with scribbling, little scrubbling. Use a toothbrush for it. Not the one that's personal, you dope. You got one that's on. Wipe it down, spray another coat and let it set 2 minutes. Blow some potent, one hit, then I'm rolling, enhancing all my duties. Little responsibility, growing big. Spot how you do manage. God trying to see what you can handle. No losses, I take lessons. Same procedure, rinse off with the waterman. I've been out here hustling, grinding all.